Scary moment when you've got a pocket knife near an explosive. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the videos. And I just have to say, it is a weird feeling having two cars. I have worked for years to be able to buy a new build, and to finally have one feels so good. So today we are working on the 350Z Nismo. And what are we doing, you're gonna ask? Well, we are going to try to finally fit the carbon fiber steering wheel with the old school Nismo logo on the car. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, we're about to hop into it right now. It hasn't been started in a few days and it sounds so good. I miss the VQ. Alright guys, so after many years of collecting parts and making sure I got just the right stuff, we are finally putting an aftermarket steering wheel in the 350Z Nismo. Now, I could have put anything I wanted in here, and I really thought about doing that, but I wanted to make sure that it looked good. Now, if you haven't seen this video, the unboxing video of these parts, go back, check it out, and you will see basically everything that I got. You're gonna see it here today, but I'm not gonna really go over it all. So, what we are trying to accomplish is to get this carbon fiber leather steering wheel with this Nismo horn button. Now, what I didn't realize is that every horn button has a little spring inside of it so that the horn button still works, and it's got a, basically a sprung little clip on the inside of the horn button that attaches itself to the steering wheel. Now, the one that came from the gold Nismo horn button did not work. It was not long enough to actually apply any pressure, and so it just kind of fell out. So what I did was I took D&D's steering wheel clip, I took it out of the horn button, and I put it inside of the gold Nismo button. Now I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I did because it is a little strange, and this install isn't exactly super straightforward like it normally would be, because I'm trying to attach an old school Nismo logo horn button that was probably made in like the 90s to a steering wheel that was made in 2020. And so it has its own challenges, but we're gonna figure it out, and we're gonna have one sick setup for the Nismo. So stay tuned, there's gonna be a lot of time lapses and a lot of me basically learning and trying to figure out exactly how everything goes together. So stay tuned and let's see how much work we can get done. Okay guys, so we are actually going to take a different route now because I can't seem to get these springs to work for me, and I'm sure this worked flawlessly with the D&D one, but for some reason it does not work with the Nismo horn button, and that's okay because that's what they make double-sided sticky tape for. And so we are going to flip this over and try to double-side sticky tape this to the carbon fiber steering wheel. And so yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So we are finally in the car doing the steering wheel install, and there's a few things that you want to make sure you have completely squared away. You want your steering wheel straight up and down, as straight as you can get it, because the last thing you want to do is have to do this all over again because your steering wheel is straight, but your wheels are turned the wrong direction because you put your steering wheel, your aftermarket steering wheel, on the wrong way. So also you want to disconnect the negative terminal to the battery. As you see, that would normally be going off. We are completely safe, and we are gonna hop right into the video. And so, yeah, pretty much there are two little covers on either side of your steering wheel airbag, and you want to make sure you take those off so that you can get to the 10mm bolts that hide underneath them. So there is one. All right, guys, so this is actually kind of a weird one. It's a 9mm socket, but it's not. It's got like a security hex bolt in there. And what I had to do was basically fit a 9mm over the top of it, and then it kind of came off. Now, truthfully, I don't know that that's the correct way to do it, because it's just not the correct way to do it. But that's just what we had to do to get the job done. All right, guys. So now the airbag, this is a very scary part, should just slide right out. And now what we're dealing with is two clips right here. So yeah, we're dealing with two clips right here. And basically you just get a screwdriver underneath these black clips here and lift right up, and they will pop right off. So that's what we are going to do now. All right, everybody, so now we are getting to the meat and potatoes of this install here, and we are about to take off the steering wheel for good. This old OEM steering wheel from Nissan. It's a great steering wheel, don't get me wrong, but we've got to have a little bit of flash and flare into it. So we are going to take this 19mm socket with my Ryobi impact here and take off this bolt smack dab in the center. This is also a great time to make sure that your car is aligned and the steering wheel is straight up and down, and make sure you're good, because this is the moment. So you don't want to mess it up. Woo, that was easy. All right, now this is something you do not want to lose, and yeah, so, oh, this is kind of a cool design too. This is like I've never seen this before. This is like a nut on a washer. So it's all one piece. Kind of cool, didn't know that that was there. And so we are gonna kind of, oh, that just came right off real easy. All right, and now we're gonna start dealing with the electronics and taking care of all of that. So we've got everything that controls the horn that is right here. And so we are gonna take all of that stuff out and yeah, and make sure that it still works. So we're gonna take all that out and bring in the new D&D hub. So this is just like every other clip. In the center of this clip right here, right there, you're gonna push, and that clip is just gonna come right on out of there. Boom. All right, and once that clip is kind of out of the way, we are going to pull this all right out. These wires for our wonderful explosive device is going to, we're gonna get this away. I don't know exactly where we're gonna put this, but we're gonna put it somewhere. And then I've got to figure out what we're gonna do with our cruise control, because to get tuned, you need your cruise control module and all that stuff. So we are gonna make sure that that still wires up. All right, guys, so there are 3 screws that we need to take off. 1, oh wait, you can't see that. 1, 2, and 3. So let's unscrew those screws, and our cruise control should plop right out. I think this is really gonna be just a simple fix of repinning the steering wheel, and we should be good to go. All right, guys, so now once you have your cruise control and volume switches looking like this, your hub should have come with something that looks very similar to the OEM clip. And so what we are going to do is we are basically going to take the red and black wire from here, from the OEM clip, which is right there, and we're going to plug it into the exact same spot on this new clip from D&D. If you got NRG, it should all be the same. All right, guys, so do not let this scare you at all. This is very, very simple. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look right at this clip here and see, okay, what wires go to the cruise control? Now the cruise control module is this right here. And so as you can see, we follow this back and we are looking, oh wait, no, I'm sorry. The cruise control module is this. All right, and so what we are looking for is these 4 wires right here, which happen to be, let's zoom in here, which happen to be the red, black, pink, and yellow wires. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look inside this clip here and try to find those red, yellow, pink, and black, wires, and basically just make sure that we get those wires in the exact same location right here in that one. So as you can see, we'll just work right from left. We're gonna take off this little security guard right across the top of this. It's really, really simple, so do not let this keep you away from making sure that you do the job right. You just take off this clip right here, and we're gonna activate the magnificent, time lapse here and get this project going. All right, guys, so something that I didn't explain very well was how you get the pins out of the actual connector. So in this time lapse, you're gonna see me with a clear push pin, and you are going to file down that push pin a little bit so it's not so sharp and it won't damage any of the pins, so don't worry. And you're just basically going to push those pins out. Where the wire goes in on the opposite side of that, you are going to basically just push on the piece of plastic in there and push those pins right out. You should hear a little pop or a click, and that's how you know they've pushed out. You don't want to yank on them because it will damage the wire and the pin, so be very gentle, but also don't be afraid to kind of push in there with the pin until the pin comes out. Everybody, so we got the setup all wired up and we are good to go. So we're gonna hop back in the car and get this project finally done. This has taken far too long and I wasn't expecting this at all to take this long. So let's hop back in, see if everything works, and yeah, let's see how it goes. All right, everybody, so what you want to do now is basically take your hub, and for D&D, the D&D logo is the top, and also inside this hub is that little kind of cutout. On the steering wheel is a little rubber nodule right here. These line up perfectly, and you want to make sure that you don't get too aggressive with that. It's just plastic. And so basically what we're going to do is we're going to put this on, bolt it back up, and we're going to be back in business and get ready to bolt the gold hardware up to the carbon fiber old school logo Nismo horn button. I'm so excited. This is going to be awesome. All right, everybody, so I don't have the hub all the way down just yet because I want to make sure that all of my connections work. So let's grab our keys here and turn on. We've got lights on, so that's good. We're going to, okay. So yeah, let me show you this. Cruise control works. We on. Okay, yeah, that all works. The cancel button on off works. The horn button does not seem to be working. Now this may be something with the button itself. It is wired up, it is plugged in, and so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go on a test drive, and if cruise control truly doesn't work, but the lights work, then that means something is wrong with the switches and all that stuff, and I have wired something incorrectly, and so we'll go back through and figure all that out. But for now, we are going to basically bolt the everything up and make sure that it works and take it for a test drive. So I will see you once everything is on. All right, so first initial thoughts. The car drives great. I love the way the steering wheel feels in my hand. I think I tightened it too much. onto the steering shaft or whatever. The steering's pretty stiff now. Not that that's a bad thing, but I don't remember it being that stiff. So maybe that's something new that a steering wheel brings. Also, the steering wheel is a little crooked. I thought I got it on there straight, guess not. So that's just something that we've got to go back and change. The horn button still doesn't work, but cruise control works beautifully, and so that is really good. So here's a good example of the steering wheel not being straight. We are driving straight, and the steering wheel is not straight. So I don't know, I thought I got it pretty good, but I guess not. So we're just gonna have to figure out how to go about all of that nonsense. But yeah, I feel pretty good about it. I feel good about the work we've done, and I'm gonna turn around, see how U-turn does. I will say the cruise control wiring does not move with the steering wheel, and so it does wrap around. And so I don't know if that's normal. Maybe somebody more experienced can tell me down in the comments. Well, there she is. Look at her. She looks amazing. I mean, there is not a better combination than gold and carbon fiber. I mean, it just looks incredible. All right, guys, so overall, this install was really easy and really honestly super fun. It's installs like these that take a little bit of technical work and, a little bit of grit and grime to get the part installed that are really fun. It's not a hard job, but it's a fun job. And this really is a fun, easy job, and I recommend it for everybody. Now, I am 5'11", and I didn't do a quick release because I was worried the steering wheel was going to be too close to my body. And I was right. So if you were about my size, you drive a 350Z, and you were wondering if you should get a quick release or not, if you want the cool quick release action, do it. You should. I think it's cool too. But I just don't need a quick release. The steering wheel feels great in my hand. It is at the perfect distance away from my body, and everything about it is great. So I highly recommend this. Check out D&D. Their products are awesome, and I highly recommend them as well. Guys, with that being said, overall, this was really, really awesome and really easy. There are some things that I'm gonna look into, like, it is being a little stiff to steer the car, so I'm gonna look into that, see if maybe I torqued it down too much. And other than that, guys, this was a super fun and easy project to do. With that being said, guys, I'm going to leave you here. Peace out. Have an awesome day. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys don't already know, 90% of my viewers aren't subscribed to my channel. So hit that subscribe button. And thank you guys so much for all the support. See you in the next one. Peace.